For this demonstration video, we'll see how smart applications from TTEC Digital enable members to perform self-service activities such as account history, balances, deposits, transactions, and more in an easy, frictionless manner. And of course, there are huge benefits to freeing up agents to work on more intensive interactions than ones that never need to go to a queue. Let's get started. I'm a member on your website considering applying for an auto loan. Now, before I do this, I want to make sure I have enough assets in my account so hopefully I get approved for the loan quickly. While I could go to online banking, I'm going to use the SmartBot, part of our SmartApps suite of self service applications. I'm going to choose Message Us, where I'm going to be presented with a series of menus giving me insight into what I can do through the SmartBot. Well, I want to check my balances. So I'll type in the word balances. And this is where AI comes in with natural language understanding. SmartBot understands many of these intents that I want to do next. And now it's asking me to authenticate. And like with our other smart apps, we can integrate with your core to provide authentication options. Now, while we're looking at a digital bot, we can do the same types of things with the same bot using the voice channel.
Welcome to TTEC Digital Credit Union Virtual Assistant. I can help you with account balances, recent transactions, and much more. What can I help you with today?
Check my balances.
Sure, I would be happy to help with that. First, we need to authenticate you. Can I get your member number?
And I just wanted you to hear that the experience is identical whether I'm in the voice or this web messaging channel. This is great for your members because they don't have to learn a new way or a new muscle memory to interact with you on the channel of their choice. So I'm going to put in my member number, and this is part one of the authentication. We're doing a second layer of authentication, and this is very configurable depending on what your core allows us to do. I'm using a PIN number. It could be the last four digits of my social number, it could be a driver's license number, a credit card number. There's lots of different options we can configure for this part of the authentication. Now, once it authenticates me and knows who I am, think about all the things we know about a member. We know their marital status, their address, the types of accounts they have, their balances, and I'm being presented now with a digital menu of the different types of accounts I have with your credit union. I'm going to go into my checking account, and I actually have more than one checking account. I'm going to use checking account 12. This is the one I do most of my banking through. So when I choose that account, and we can configure the label on the account, but it's giving me all my recent transactions, my current balance, my most recent activity, bill pays, direct deposits. So I've got a lot of good information here at my fingertips. And this is a great method of self service. If this is all I needed, I can disconnect from the web messaging session. We know with self service, if we can do containment, it doesn't cost us anything to handle an interaction that never even has to go into the queue. Now, if I did want to go into the queue, I could simply type in the word agent, and it's going to give me information, perhaps what my estimated wait time is, what my position in the queue is. And right now, it's putting me in the queue, waiting for the next agent to become available to pick up this web messaging session. As an administrator, I've accessed Site Manager where I can configure the behavior of the full suite of smart applications offered by TTEC Digital. We're talking about self-service, so let's go into SmartBot that we just looked at. And as an example of what I can configure for SmartBot, this is where I can activate or deactivate any of these standard features that are delivered right out of the box. In the same way with intents, this is a list of all the standard intents delivered with SmartBot. So if I want to see recent mortgage payments or checking information, when I type those words into the bot interface, this is where I can indicate if it requires authentication or not. So you can see it's clicks, not code. It's configuration, not customization. And we offer more than just SmartBot for self service activities for your members. One of those is our touchtone bank by phone system called Smart Teller. Inside of Smart Teller, I can indicate what features we have available. These are all the standard features, and you can indicate if they're active or not. We can also do some clever things with menus. So if I go into the account information menu, this is where we have this concept of the menu being dynamic. And what I mean by dynamic is if a member doesn't have one of these types of accounts, maybe I don't have a loan or a mortgage with you, that slot 5 will not maintain its position. It can be filled by the next type of account that I have to make for a very frictionless, fluid experience as your members dial in to do all those bank by phone activities. The last one I want to talk about is something called proactive info. Now, this could be easily confused with Smart Teller, but it really is meant for information purposes only. So when I dial in, when I choose to authenticate, I can go into one of these profiles and we can have different profiles set up for different days of the week, different days of the month. And inside of this, I can indicate again with clicks not code how I want that behavior to unfold. What types of accounts do I want to allow my members to listen to balances on? How do I want ACD routing to occur if the member decides that they want to escalate and actually interact with a live agent? But very much like with SmartBot, if I hear the information I want with proactive info and I disconnect, we know it doesn't cost anything to handle an interaction that never even needs to go into the queue.